Ken, let's start. There's lots to talk about in Iqaluit today, but let's start with the current water situation. What's going on there today?
Well, Melissa, the latest is the Army has arrived. The Canadian Armed Forces, they've brought in a reverse osmosis water filtration plant. Basically forces the water through a membrane and it catches contaminants that way. They're scouting locations to put the plant right now. They hope to be producing water, hopefully by the end of the week, and that plant can put out 50,000 liters of water a day. But the biggest challenge for them, it's our weather. The military's general experience with these sort of water filtration plants has been in warmer climates than Iqaluit. And cold's a difficulty multiplier. I mean, simply put, everything's harder to do in the cold.
You know, I understand that city and government of Nunavut officials briefed the press about the water situation Friday evening. What can you tell us about that?
Oh, they sure did, Melissa. And what's beginning to emerge is a timeline of who knew what and when. The question is, when did the Nunavut Health Department know about the water, and what did they do after they found out? The Health Department contacted the mayor for an emergency meeting about the water on the morning of October 12th. Now, you only do that if there's a problem with the water, right?
Right.
So residents weren't informed until 3:30 that same day, when Iqaluit's mayor, Kenny Bell, he told residents to not drink the water on Twitter. The health department didn't put out their do not consume order until 6 o'clock that evening. So I asked about this a few times on Friday, Melissa. The health department saying they would have acted sooner, but since the mayor had already tweeted about it, they figured they'd wait and do up a press release in all 4 official languages instead of sounding the alarm the morning that they knew of it. So it seems like people would have drank that water for at least hours while the health department knew it was poison. Now, there is a much longer version of this story up on our website, aptnnews.ca, and I explained it at length over there.
Perfect. Okay, well, now let's switch gears over to the territorial election. What should poll watchers have their eyes out for this evening?
There's a few key races I'm keeping an eye on, but there's a race in Rankin Inlet that's exceptional. You have Health Minister Lauren Kusagak. He's taking on former MLA Tagak Curley, and Curley is a legend by any Nunavut political standard. He goes all the way back to the Nunavut land claim. Former MLA, former cabinet minister. That's a race right there. And the premier's coming back, but he's running unopposed. Doesn't mean he'll still be premier. You see, Nunavut's election, the real election, in a lot of ways comes after Election Day. Under the consensus system, the MLAs come here, all the MLAs get together, they pick a premier. Then they pick a cabinet. The premier picks his cabinet ministers out of that. So there's going to be some deal brokering coming up following this election, and that's always some good political drama, Melissa.
Well, we look forward to watching it all unfold, and of course are appreciative of you and your perspective on things from up there in Iqaluit. Thanks for joining us, Kent.
Melissa, anytime.